Hey everyone, it's Lindsay from Domer Home and welcome to my channel. If you are new, I love to show how to make beautiful and functional spaces on an extreme budget. And today I am so pumped because I am going to finally share with you guys my master bedroom makeover, and I am standing in the room right now and it is beautiful. Last November I purchased this home. It is a mobile home. I will link up above the playlist with the home tour and some of my other projects so far. And I've been slowly making my way through the home one room at a time. And today, like I said earlier, is the reveal of the master bedroom, which I did for under $175. I also want to mention that today's video is sponsored by Bedscape. They very generously sent me some bedding, but we'll get into that in a few minutes. So before we get started, let's go back to what the room looked like when I first moved in. The room featured really intense turquoise and gray walls. It was very dark in here, and the room also had a lot of white trim, which made it feel smaller, more cramped, and chopped up the space. Also, in my original home tour, you could see what a dump my room was. It was a hot mess. I had a mattress on the floor, piles of crap everywhere. I was honestly a little embarrassed to share that clip with you guys, but I wanted to be real. Speaking of that mattress on the floor, I had purchased a metal bed frame off of Wayfair for $130, and if that model is still available, I will have it linked down below in the description box for you. I was so psyched to finally get a bed frame. If you guys have been with me for a while, you would know that my basement flooded in my previous home last July, and since then I've been sleeping either on the straight up floor, hijacking my daughter's bed, or sleeping on an air mattress or on the couch. And so thankful to finally have a bed frame and a mattress to sleep on. The mattress was actually given to me by my parents. It was their old Tempur-Pedic mattress, and then they got a new one. So that is my bed frame. We'll come back to the bed in a few more minutes. So in January, I finally got the room cleared out. I took all the junk out and I cleaned the walls, I primed the walls, and I painted the walls with Valspar's signature in September Fog. And this paint color I already had. I had purchased a bunch of it from my previous house and didn't use all of it. So I'd actually used this paint color in my gift closet project and also in my $30 laundry room makeover. And I will have those videos linked down below. But I was very happy to not have to purchase any paint for this. And I was also very happy that I didn't have to do multiple coats. It only took one coat of primer and one coat of paint, which I was very surprised about considering how dark and bright the walls were before. The trim also got 2 coats of a nice bright white. Looks perfect.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet. Sorry. Is it perfect now?
Not yet.
Not yet. Got it.
Good. Now, are you ready to paint?
Not yet. I gotta do all the rest of the moldings.
Oh, moldings. Your bedroom looks great.
Thank you. What is this?
A screwdriver.
The screwdriver? Oh, all done. You did it.
I better go watch the TV. And I'll be right back to paint with you. Almost. Oh my God, Mommy.
Whoop. I was so thrilled after all of the painting was done. The room just looks so much better, so much more spacious and light and bright and airy after the painting was completed. Guys, paint makes such a huge and tremendous difference. On Super Bowl Sunday, I decided to install the mantle behind me. I had picked up this mantle off of Craigslist about 2 years ago for about $20. It still needs a fresh coat of paint. I do have some plans on how I want to make over this little area, but for now it is really pretty and I'm excited to decorate it for each season. As you can see, I have already done a little bit of spring decorating on it, and I will have that video linked down below as well. So the wall across my bed has some huge holes in it from the previous owner who had mounted their TV on the wall. The boards just need to be replaced, the drywall needs to be replaced. I'm just coming up with a solution to kind of mask and hide the imperfections in the wall. So I used a salvage window from my aunt's farmhouse. I hung it up on the wall with some twine, and I used a very cheap hook from Lowe's and a piece of scrap wood that I whitewashed to hang it onto the wall. And then I used some clipboards, which I already had from a previous project last summer. I'll link that summer mantle decorate with me video down below if you want to see how I originally used these clipboards. But basically, I took some clipboards that I got from the Dollar Tree. I put some chalkboard paint on them. I attached them to the salvage window with some fishing line so it's clear and you can't see it. And then I can just cut the string off if I want to replace them or change it later. So it's not a permanent commitment, which I like because I'm always changing my mind. To be honest, I'm not 100% in love with this little DIY situation, but considering that it covers all of the holes in the wall, I'm pretty pleased with that. And not to mention it was no spend, and you cannot beat no spend. So now let's talk about the window treatments over here. I did do a major splurge and I purchased all new windows for my house, and that was a big commitment because that was 13 windows. I am not including the price of the windows in this room makeover because I consider that more of like a house project. I still need to trim out the windows, but I am so loving my new windows. I can open and close them, I can lock them, they don't let in cold drafty air, so super exciting on that front. And since I spend so much money on new windows, I did not want to spend any more money on window treatments, so I used curtain rods that I already had and curtains that I also already had from my previous home. Now ideally I would have liked to have double hung rods, but since that is not in the budget and those things are expensive, I just use a single rod for each window, and then I just put kind of the sheer liner and the more decorative curtain on the same rod. I did have to hem the curtains a little bit to get them to fit this shorter wall because the walls in my house previously were a lot taller, and while I was at it I decided to add a little decorative pom-pom trim to the bottom of my outside curtains. And to do this I used some Christmas yarn that I had picked up on clearance a long time ago. You can see that I'm a little bit of a hoarder because I picked this up at least 5 years ago and I still had it. So for my two end tables, I used one table that a family friend gave to us for free, and the other one I used a $5 table that I picked up at a yard sale, and it's actually a Pier 1 table, so that was pretty cool.
We're finished. Ta-da!
Ta-da! Do we miss any spots?
No.
But I painted them both with the same light green chalk paint that I picked up at Hobby Lobby for half off several months ago. And painting them the same color actually helps to unify them and make them look like a cohesive set. I also did a little distressing to the tables and then added a coat or two of clear polyacrylic to help seal the tables in and give them a protective finish. So for now, I'm keeping the decorating in this room very simple. I know that I'm always changing my mind, and I'll share with you lots more decorate with me videos in this space. To decorate the side tables, I just used items I already had on hand. So if you have been with me for a while, you might notice some of these items that I had thrifted in the past, and I'm so happy to find them a home in my bedroom. In an empty corner of my bedroom, I put a wooden ladder that I picked up at an estate sale for $3. And I also used a little galvanized metal bucket that I had picked up off of spring clearance from Michael's a couple seasons ago. At the foot of the bed, I added a trunk that my dad gave to me. I was debating on whitewashing it or painting it, but in the end I decided to keep the raw plywood as I think the wood adds a lot of warmth and texture to the space. Now for dressers. I have two dressers in my room. The first dresser is white. I had actually picked it up about 6 years ago. It was on the side of the road. It was a minty green. I brought it home, painted it white, and added some fresh knobs from Hobby Lobby. So to just give it a little bit of a more current update, I did swap out the 2 yellow knobs for 2 more clear knobs, and these knobs were free. They were given to me by a girl at church, and I just love it when people start giving me free stuff, either because they know I can do something creative with it, or they just pity me and my zero budget. So on top of the white dresser, I placed a mirror I had just recently picked up off of Facebook Marketplace for $10, which I thought was a steal, and I love the lines of it. I also put another salvage window, and that just holds all of my necklaces and jewelry on it. And I think I want to put this in the closet eventually, but for now there's no room in there because that's where I'm storing some stuff. I also just used some other items that I already owned to style the dresser very, very simply. The beaded garland actually came from Joann's Christmas clearance, so it was only a couple dollars. I want to encourage you guys to think outside the box. Just because a store markets and sells something as one season does not mean that it has to be for that specific season. If you like something, use it year-round and incorporate it into your everyday decor. I also used a faux bouquet of spring florals that I already own, and the vase that I put it in is actually a pasta sauce jar that I had cleaned out. So the other dresser is still wood. I will be painting it eventually. I do have a makeover in mind for that, so stay tuned. Make sure you're subscribed for that. This dresser we actually had gotten for free from a family friend, but back when Todd and I split, I did pay him $40 for this dresser. So it cost me $40. Eventually, once I do a makeover on it, it is going to be my linen storage, but right now it is just holding up my beautiful dollhouse that I put together in college. This dollhouse has seen some better days. It does need some repairs. Back when I moved into this home back in November, it suffered some damage from the move, and so we're missing a shutter, some shingles, and the porch columns. So those will need to be repaired at some point in time. All right, so back to the bed situation. I really needed something to go over the bed to make it more of a focal point. I had this huge canvas that I used to stage the previous home with, and I took the fabric off of that and I painted it the same color as the wall. I knew this canvas was massive. I didn't want it to be too much of a focal point, but I did want to make a statement with it. So by painting it the same color as the wall, it helps to make it more subtle and blend in. I was very disappointed when I saw that the edges of the frame and the canvas were a bit damaged. So instead of trashing it, because I was trying to go for no spend here, so I took an old sheet, I cut it up and sewed a quick little ruffle with it, hot glued it around the edges, and you can't even see all the damage and imperfections. I hand painted my word of last year, steadfast, onto the canvas, and I love that reminder. Every time I walk into the room and get up in the morning, I see that word. I really love how this piece came out. It is so physically and visually large, but also very, very simple and minimal. So as for bedding, I've been sleeping on just blankets for the past several months because, like I said, I was hopping from the floor to the couch to my daughter's bed to an air mattress. I'm so excited that Bedscape generously reached out to me with a pair of their gorgeous, super soft sheets.
This is very soft. Thank you, Bedscape. Belly flop.
A belly flop. Hi.
Hi. How do you like the cover sheet?
I love the cover sheets.
They're cute?
They are cute. What do you think of the new sheets?
It's awesome.
They're awesome. So Bedscape is an American company that just launched. Their sheets are designed in New York and produced in one of the oldest Israeli textile factories. And I will have their information linked down below in the description box if you're interested in getting some quality sheets for a great price. Also on their website, you can see all of their classic and timeless pieces. I love that all of their sheets are in a lot of neutral tones so that it's going to last you for many, many years and will transition from style to style. The sheets are 100% long cotton staple, and you can choose either 300 thread count in percale or 350 thread count in sateen, which is the one that I selected and I'm super psyched about. I also really, really like that their products are chemical free, which is really great for my really sensitive skin. And considering the quality of these sheets and that they are chemical free, it really is such a great price point. And then on top of all of that great stuff, they do offer free shipping and returns for all US orders. If you were in the market for new sheets like I was, check out Bedscape and this amazing company and their amazing product. You will not be disappointed. I seriously love how soft these sheets are, and I also love how they fit mattresses up to 15 inches deep. And then my new quilt is from Tuesday morning. They were going out of business, and so I saved $15 on it. It ended up to be $35 for a queen size, which I thought was a pretty good price considering it's brand new. love the tassel detail on it, and I've always dreamed of having a white bed. So I can finally have a nice, bright, clean white bed, and I feel like so grown up right now. So for the rest of the bedding, I used a body pillow that my mom gave to me when she was cleaning out the basement, and I used a Target gift card to purchase a cover for it, so it didn't cost me anything out of pocket. The other big furry pillow was an awesome gift from a dear friend for a housewarming present, and then my other pillows are thrifted. I do need to purchase some actual like sleeping pillows because mine is really, really old, but I think I'm gonna save up and get some memory foam pillows. So that about wraps up my master bedroom makeover. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. I definitely have a lot more projects I want to complete in this bedroom space, so stay tuned for future update videos on those. So you will want to make sure that you are subscribed and have your notification bells turned on. I really believe that decorating is a process and not done all at once unless you have like a gazillion dollars to just go out and buy everything that you need. But despite all the changes that still need to happen and all the tweaks that I want to do, I just want to say that I am so content with this space. It feels so calm, relaxing. It's so nice to have a retreat to go to in my home that is all mine and so, so pretty. I'm also just so grateful to have a bed frame, a mattress, and some gorgeous luxurious sheets from Bedscape. So stay tuned. In just a couple of seconds, I'm going to show you some more final pretty footage of this bedroom makeover, and then I will see you guys in the comments down below. Bye!